I've been pushing this idea of the million jobs because I think that in digital marketing, there should be a certification just like flying airplanes and being surgeons and being lawyers. It needs to be a real thing, which is why I like DM so much because they have the certifications and agency thing. But it's fractured because there's so many people that claim to be experts and not many people who actually walk the talk like you and me and these other folks.
Yeah, that's what the reason I booked you was because the thing that you showed me and Ralph I thought was so impressive. I went and downloaded that. What is it? Descript?
Yeah.
I went and downloaded Descript. I kind of wanted, though, just maybe your help and guidance. I don't even know that I want to over direct the call here because I think that you're the guru. I should probably shut my mouth and just listen.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
I have gotten in the last 18 months, I've gotten a fair amount of visibility and I have not capitalized on it well. I see Instagram followers dropping, Twitter followers. I'll do a talk, I'll do a podcast, I'll be on stage. Somebody will mention me on social. I'll get a bunch of followers, it'll spike. But then because I'm not creating content, I feel you just atrophy and go away.
Right.
I remember, do you know Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan Peterson said something that I thought was really interesting. I'm a huge fan of his. Hopefully it doesn't offend you.
No.
JP was being interviewed by a young man who said, how do you account for your fame? And Jordan goes, it's interesting. I've thought a lot about that. And Jordan had his 15 minutes, just like everybody else on the planet is going to get because of a controversy. And that controversy put him on the global stage. But he had 500 hours of YouTube content. So it wasn't the controversy that made him famous. If it was just the controversy, he would have had his 15 minutes and then gone away.
Right.
But he had his 15 minutes and a bunch of people started engaging with his YouTube comment. And that's what blew him up is these people going, oh my God, this guy's a freaking genius.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to build my social following. And at the risk of sounding arrogant, I'm probably one of the most diligent people from a habitual standpoint you'll ever meet. If you say, hey, Kasim, you do these 10 tasks every single day for the rest of your life, dude, I think you'd be shocked at how compliant I am. Okay, but that's what I want. I sort of want a blueprint from Dennis Yu on, hey, bro, here's how we're going to make you nerd famous. Here's TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And then with the caveat, and I know you already know this because you're probably busier than I am, I've got 70 employees, 200 clients. I can't spend 4 hours a day on it. I want to know what's the little hinge that swings the big door.
That's exactly, the multiplier. That's what you want. Okay, good. We're thinking the same way. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yep, looking at it.
All right. So there's all kinds of stuff that people will tell you about things like brand SERPs, like Jason Barnard and getting verified and, having a proper knowledge panel and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that matters for you right now, but that's a whole rabbit hole you probably heard a lot about.
Yep. Yeah, I've tried to go get the blue check mark. They said I'm not important enough yet.
You can, based on what you have, if you have just a couple more articles that are high profile, you could probably get it. The thing that's hurting you on the blue check is this: never, ever, ever pay for agency counsel. Forbes counsel.
I let them go. I did it just so I could publish a blog on Forbes.
Yeah, just don't do this because anyone who is a real journalist or whatnot, or people like me that run larger sites, the second we see this, you're just auto-judged in the bucket of people that are just trying to become verified or trying to say that they're on Forbes. It's Forbes, Inc., and Entrepreneur, the three that are the most guilty. Right. Don't do that. The repurposed content should start with whatever has the highest authority. We talked about what those three components of authority are. I think these posts that you have here, the stuff with DM is probably, from my viewpoint, is the highest authority piece that you have. Being featured on their site, being seen as the guy, speaking at War Room and you're with Ryan Dice and these other people, Roland and all that. That is awesome. Clips of speaking or pushing the book out. Are you running ads against this?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Okay. It's funny because, Perry and we've got the number one bestseller now on social media, right?
I saw you. Well, I didn't know it was Perry who? Perry Belcher?
Perry Marshall.
Oh, no.
He's, we've got the ads, the Facebook ads book, the Google ads book, and now the TikTok ads book.
I didn't know you were involved in the Google ads book. I've got that here somewhere.
Maybe I'm not in that. It's gone through multiple editions.
Okay. That's super cool, dude.
It's a super, super small world.
Yeah. I thought that was Mike Rhodes and Perry.
Well, the dirty little secret is that Perry doesn't write any of it.
That's not a secret at all, Dennis. Yeah, I think everybody knows. I was on a whatever with Perry, and he was pretty honest about that. He's I slapped my name on the front. That's the most writing I've done.
Yeah, and it's great. And we were in Chicago just a week ago hanging out, doing stuff. And then also for my birthday too, which is last October. I think that you've got to tie the content production. You've got speaking and whatnot. I don't think you need to create more content because, you run in the agency, 70 employees, all this stuff. I think you just need a couple people on your team to repurpose and run your content factory. And
How do you try to find that person? And that's a nightmare too. I'd love your advice on that.
You're never going to find the one, right?
Yeah.
Or Keanu Reeves or whoever. So you need 2 or 3 solid content VAs. The content VAs are there capturing anytime you've ever spoken, anytime did I show you what I do on my phone and how I
showed me the
categorize
Google Photos search, and then you showed me you shot a video using Descript and then put it 5 places in 90 seconds or whatever.
Yeah. So I'll show you an example. So I'll show you someone who's medium power. So here's my friend Caleb Williams, right? He's got 5,000 subscribers. He's got, a couple 100,000 views, and he basically does overfunded life insurance, right? And who wants to talk to a life insurance agent to sell overfunded life insurance, right? That's a horrible topic, right? But because he's got his podcast and he's interviewing all the top people in the industry, look, he's interviewed me, right? Then he's able to cross-target all the fans of these other people, right? All the biggest guys in financial services and whatever. He's even got a lot of these self-help success entrepreneur people. There's the Bropreneur. He's interviewing some of these people. And then Taylor Welch, right? These sorts of people, right? This has freaking got nothing, 27 views. But then we're repurposing that to all the other channels, turning them into blog posts. And then we can put them up on this site we own, which has got 1 million uniques a month coming from Google, organic, right? Freeebooks.net. This site's been around forever. So it's got a stupid site of domain rank 74. It's killer. We can take your stuff and turn them into books and then publish them here and pass you legitimate SEO, put you on the homepage, all that kind of stuff. Feature you. I'll just do that for you, right? And then the stuff with speaking, that goes to, we're pulling from our Zoom. We're pulling from my Google Photos and whatnot. So I got tons of these, right? Even just like yesterday and today and whatnot.
You
then
give your VA access to your Google Photos. You're taking videos, and they just know to come in here and just grab snippets and throw.
Yeah, because it's automatically in place here. So you can see, here's me and Perry talking about whatever kind of stuff we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And with his family and doing all this stuff. And there's Cocoon stuff. I love doing these videos about, people that are overcoming health challenges. And they know, the VAs know to grab all this stuff and then turn it into other kinds of repurposed content. Let me show you. This should be easy for you. You can see Caleb's got tons of videos, right? He's interviewing these people. Some of them get some traffic. Most of them don't really get any traffic at all. They suck, right? Then what we do is, let's see, I think we have VAs, and I can lend you a VA to just do this for your stuff, just to get you going if you have no problem. We've taken all his videos here and just categorized them all inside this sheet with the name. Of course, we pull them into Descript, right? Because it's easy then turn them into articles. And then with each of these, he's interviewing somebody, right? Like whoever. And then we want to see, do we rank on that person's name on the first page when you type in that guy's name? Because normally the podcast episode is the easiest way to rank on someone's name, right?
That's brilliant.
Because the first page of their name is going to be their LinkedIn, their website, these other things. But if we get them to the first page and they notice that, they really like that. And then, of course, we tag them on Twitter. And you saw how we boosted on Twitter. We boost on Facebook, right?
Yep.
We know what their Twitter and Facebook is. And then we're able to repurpose into a blog post. It'll be here. I did a blog post on Caleb. Well, I sort of did a blog post. I didn't actually write the blog post, but by the way, everything I'm showing you here, I want to do for you.
Dude, this is all. I'm going to drop something in the chat for you, Dennis. I shoot a video on YouTube every single day.
Okay.
I've got a ton of content, and I'm doing not everything, but I'm doing some of what you're saying. I've got some, I think, solid guest speakers. I've had Chris Mercer was on super recently.
Yeah, Chris is awesome.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith over at Simple Tiger. Alric Heck was on.
Okay.
So, some folks that I could try to capitalize on. And then the quality of our content, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm getting some views. I'm getting some visibility.
Okay, let's look at this. I get your retargeting ads all over the place, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm digital herpes.
Yeah, dude, you have the same kind of thing. So some of this stuff gets some stuff. I mean, you should turn every one of these into a blog post, right? And you should rank, well, Jeremiah Smith, that might be a tougher name because Smith is a tough one, but
sure,
pretty much all these other people. Well, it doesn't even have to be the ones with other people. I just think that's for me, that's the easiest way to create content, because co-creating content is easier than having to, talk about a topic.
100%.
There's Chris Mercer. All right, that's cool. Yeah.
You got Ed Leak down there, who's nobody knows who he is unless you're in the Google space, but he's one of the biggest names in Google. Period.
Yeah.
And there's Alric.
Yeah, you got all these people. We just need to repurpose this content, right? Or what are you doing with repurposing?
Nothing. Zero.
It's amazing because most people are not going to come to YouTube because people kind of have their favorite networks, right? I would literally take, let's see, how to beat Steph Curry at Google Ads.
A big sports nerd. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just want to.
Okay. I'm going to just cheat. Is it? I don't know. How do I spell it?
Yes.
Islam. I'm thinking of Rahul. Okay. Shows us how to beat Steph Curry.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. So I would just repurpose the heck out of it. I'd turn that in. Yeah. We just run a Descript, turn to an article and post it. The thing is you can post it anywhere. I think most people, they just want to post on their company site. You do that on Solutions 8, but I think a lot of it can be here. And I think the guest blog posting is way more powerful.
How do you find the guest posting sites and those opportunities?
Oh, what you want to get is authorship on here. I have these different sites that I can post on. And then we have these, sort of a gentleman's agreement on, I can post, whatever, once a week or once a month. Right. And most of them I have such good relationships with that I can just kind of do what I want.
No way. One
of the ones where I'm just going to do this one for you. Just give me something. This is not a flex. I just want to show you. So, all right, Influencive is one of the top ones, right? For all these entrepreneurs or whatever. You often have to pay a lot of money but I can just post. I don't need to submit to somebody else. I can just post it, right? So if you give me some way that you grew your personal brand on, how, write it as if it's me or have one of your people write, or if you don't have somebody, get them on Upwork or Fiverr or whatever.
No, I've got a marketing department with 3 writers in it.
Fantastic. All right. Write some piece about you that doesn't sound, it's just some PR written kind of thing, right? Something that's actually useful on how Costum was able to do such and such or achieve this result by using this technique, right? That's what we call the XYZ model, how X achieved Y via Z, how Costum grew, became the top Google Ads agency by doing this thing. So give me that article and then I will post it here.
Dude, this is awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Did I tell you I have the #1 article here on Influencive? And this is where you got Ed Milet, Tony Robbins, all these other people posting on this site. I have the #1 article. And how I did it? This site's got look at all the people that are here. 50 shares, 100 shares, look at all these different people that are talking about whatever they're talking about. And I'll show you this one thing. Hey, this one. This is the #1 article on this site with 16,000 shares. And, I'm quoting other people and this kind of thing. But it's because I did $1 a day against it. When people click on the post, that shows up here in all the share counters, even though they didn't come to the website, right?
Genius. $1 a day in Twitter or in Facebook?
On Facebook or Twitter or whatnot. So CrowdTangle was the company that Facebook bought that used to do all this measurement. We can see that most of it came from Facebook. These 16,000 came from Facebook. And then this came from my public figure page. And it could be Influencive or other people that are sharing it. Here, this is the link that drove me the shares. CrowdTangle, right? CrowdTangle's this is what, 4 years ago. And I said, this is the #2 most popular post with 8,000 shares. And then 10,000 people click on that, right? That's pretty awesome, right? So I'm just $1 daying it, right? We can easily be the #1 most shared article on any site, even like the New York Times, just by $1 daying it on whatever, right? So just let's repurpose get your marketing people or whatever, follow our little spreadsheet here, because you're already doing your video a day. What I want to do, Costum, is have it, you don't have to do any extra work. I just want to leverage what you're already doing, right? So you're already making these videos, which are awesome. And then, with Descript, turn them into articles. Some of them can live on Solutions 8 or your personal brand website, but the ones that you think are because they fit in a vertical or because you think they tie to personal branding or they tie to digital marketing or they tie to whatever, you and I we can post on the Digital Marketer blog whenever we want, right? I mean, obviously don't abuse that. Save it for the ones that are good, right? And I'm going to say something that is 180 degrees different than most people that do SEO. I believe your best content should live on the highest authority sites, not on your own site. And people will argue with me about this, but
no, that makes all the sense in the world. Of course, man. That, you're the first person I've ever heard say that. But now that you say that, it resonates deeply because that's where Google's going to get the visibility. And then you link back to your site. Now you're just giving yourself that much more link juice.
And you just got yourself links from that site in a legit way. Yeah. My entire career has been based on doing that.
I don't know if you know this or if I've shared this. We're the #1 ranked Google Ads agency organically. If you search for Google Ads agency anywhere in North America, we're the ones that come up. And it's because I've invested heavy in Power Pages. That's a directory, Design Rush. Scroll down a little bit. You're going to get one or two directories and then solutions, bam, right there.
Yeah. The ultimate guide. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And then I've done what you said, which is I've turned this into, I have 4 or 5, 100, 200 page PDFs, but I've never done anything with them. I just pimp them out as lead magnets.
You only have 21 backlinks to this page. I can increase that from all these sites that I own. In fact, I can take, Link Whisper and these other tools. So I could literally, I'll do this for you. I can look at any existing article or whatnot that I have and Google Ads. Well, this is on Auctioneers. This is powerful. This is freaking what? 70? Oh, it's 74. That's no joke. Actually, I can't do it on this one because this is not the actual article ads. Let's see. But any page where I've talked about Google Ads, I can link to you, even from years ago. And those links carry way more power, right? Last 10 years has been mostly all this Google or Facebook ads and stuff. Yeah, I can just go in and change any existing blog post to link to you because you only have 21 of these 21 links. Let's see who they are. It's kind of funny because you're on the Google Ads side. I'm more kind of an SEO person, but I know ads too.
Guys started in SEO and then it got hard.
Well, but without cheating, right? We don't cheat at all.
Yeah.
Like these aren't worth these zeros.
Yeah, I've got a guy, Michael Cottam. He's an SEO consultant, and he sends me disavow files every couple of months and just lets me know, hey, go take these people off.
I don't think the disavows do as much as they used to.
Okay.
I mean, you could do it, but unless you're getting bold, I don't think it matters. And because these sites none of these sites really carry any power, right? I mean, these are all no follows anyway, because these are what directory links. Yeah, the whole thing for you, I took a look at your stuff a few days ago, and the way you're winning, Qasim, is the actual way to win, which is actually producing content that's useful with other industry leaders instead of tricks. The thing I think that's missing is that all that video and all those relationships haven't been repurposed. And I think I've only seen your name really pop up in the last 6 months, and then you've just gone straight up. And I'm sure everyone in the industry is like, who's this Qasim guy? All of a sudden he came from nowhere, and I see his name everywhere. Right.
I want to make sure I capitalize on that because I don't want yesterday news.
We just need to repurpose it. Get your marketing people to write this article and put it here. And I'll get our folks to link to this particular page in a non-spammy kind of way from sites that we control. Then you have this hour 18 thing. Have you turned this into a book or a guide or anything like that?
That video is based off of the blog that you're looking at, which has been repurposed into a PDF.
Okay.
And actually, we published a book. This was on Amazon. It's that blog just published, and we turned it into a bestseller, which I know you know how to do.
Right.
And then I've got Patience, who's the head of my marketing department. She's combining every Power Page we've ever written, which is 5 or 6 of them, and we're going to publish the definitive guide on Google Ads.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm hoping to have that done by July, and then I'm just going to carpet bomb the airwaves with it.
Yeah. And then just take one of them and let's put it on my site, this free ebooks one.
Dude, I actually have one that's really performing right now.
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with having it live in multiple places, right? There's no duplicate content penalty.
100%.
Yeah. This is not you're trying to make money off the books anyway. It's really just lead gen.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple here. There's how to run a lead generation campaign on YouTube using Google Ads, the ultimate guide for Google Ads e-commerce, the ultimate guide, Google Ads lead generation.
Oh, those are all good. Yeah. You can literally publish 5 guides out of that thing. Yeah. But send over 1 or 2 of them to us, and then I'll publish it on the site. Write a blog post that it doesn't have to be a pillar post or your power post, but something that can just be a blog post that then we can link to that book back on our site. And then, I'll put it on this site here.
What do you think about that?
And then we'll $1 a day against it all day. Request access. All right.
I think the same link works.
The ultimate guide. All right. Why don't you have a cover on this thing?
Because I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we have an army of VAs that do this sort of thing.
Awesome.
Okay. So this is basically your guide book version. Okay. 178 pages.
And this will go click by click, point by point. Here's how you build this out for a lead generation campaign.
Okay.
Right now we're defining terms and we get pretty thorough because I want to go from newbies to, the experts.
Right.
All the imagery is custom to us.
Okay. This is great. Got a lot of images. That's how it balloons up to 175 pages, screenshots and whatever, but okay.
Well, and when you're teaching somebody to build out a campaign, you got to give them screenshots.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what you have at the end. Where's the CTA or offer or whatever? Okay.
I think it's just an action plan.
So what do you want to do with all of these pieces of content and books and whatnot.
That's why you and I are talking, because I just have no idea.
You can use the standard 3-tier model. You can sell low ticket, which is books and lead magnets and tripwires or whatever. Mid-level is you can have some kind of, well, the first level will be like courses, but second level could be they become a client of Solutions 8, or maybe the mid-level could be some sort of premium course.
Yeah, I've pulled back on the coursework because Google makes so many damn changes. It's been hard for us to keep up. For instance, I released the e-commerce masterclass in December. In January, Google pulls off Performance Max, which literally wipes the entire slate clean. It's the biggest change they've made in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's just proven hard to stay ahead that way. Maybe that's me being short-sighted, but
why isn't your face on any of this stuff here? This looks like it's all ghost written. Maybe we just put a little 1-minute video where it's a greeting from you or something.
Oh, that's smart too. Yeah. What happens is my marketing director watches my videos and then my business partner's videos. She writes the content from watching the video.
Right.
So it's actually our content. She's just the one putting it all together. And
yeah, that's great.
Fun.
Yeah. It needs to feel like this is coming from you. We're sitting down on my laptop and together we're going through building lead campaigns or whatever. Yeah, I think we did that. That would work. It's almost like you've been reticent to put your face on Solutions 8, even though I see you and your other partners.
I'm selling Solutions 8 soon. I'm staying with it, but I'm taking some money off the table. And I didn't want it to be the Cosm show, So
right.
I'm there, I'm integrated, but I try to encourage my other employees to shoot videos too. And I, promote other people and those things.
Yeah. I look at Larry Kim or Craig Danieloff or, whatever, these figurehead agency sorts of people where they have their book and the podcast and all that stuff. I know you're not trying to be that, and especially if you're selling, because then it's not tied to your brand anymore as much. But I think we could do a lot more for your personal brand. I think you've been successful in spite of not really doing personal branding because you guys know your.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, Dennis, is now that I'm selling, I kind of want to segue out and figure out what I want to be when I grow up. I want to build on the personal brand that I have the brand collateral to go do other things.
Exactly. Yeah. The personal brand builds up your relationships that whatever it is that you choose, especially when you start speaking at these masterminds, which is great. Like these war rooms, you're building awesome connections, but there's many people that are just Googling you or they're sitting in the audience and we could have exposed them to more stuff, right?
Absolutely. Is that something y'all do as a service, Dennis? Do you have a branding agency, or how would I not take advantage of you as a friend? What's the way to do that as and if not for you, is there somebody you recommend?
Yeah, there are a lot of people that we train that are partners of ours. Gavin Lira, he runs the Empathy firm. He would probably be really good on this brand strategy and what you want to be when you grow up. And he can do the blue checks and all that kind of stuff, which if you want, you could, but I think the brand strategy is going to be key. You should just talk to him. I'll make an intro.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. Thank you. And then what about the repurposing content stuff? If I wanted to hire somebody,
I think that should be in-house.
That's what I really want. I want someone who can just.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of people. China runs the repurpose house agency where they do that. There's a lot of agencies. I just don't think any of them are good enough right now. Descript has made it easy and VAs can do all this other stuff and the agencies just can't keep up. So how do I send a message here? I want to send. Yeah, what you're doing is pumping out these guides. You can turn pretty much every one of these YouTubes into, 7 minutes is not enough, but anything that's north of 20 minutes, you should be able to turn into some kind of repurposed content. I think literally if you just get 2 or 3 people you hire, a couple VAs and maybe one US based kind of person, just to repurpose the shit out of your stuff, just your marketing person who sits and watches your step-by-steps and turns in the books. I think really that's all you need. Then use $1 a day against these ones across different channels. I think that's really all you need to do. Because then, you have these other people and then the odds are they're not doing that much with their brand. So then get them to spend $1 a day boosting their stuff. Because why wouldn't they? Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a template or anything for repurposing? How y'all take it from Descript and push it into these?
Yeah.
There's a hashtag game and,
Yeah. We have the Content Factory Guide, which I'll give you. But let me show you this other thing. We have these freelancers that'll come in. I have a little greeting saying, hey, welcome to our thing. And let me explain how our content works. And I'll just randomly come over here.
That we have paragraphs, the way we write our subject lines,
blah, 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 blah. And then here's how we, transcribe. Here's how we use Descript. Here's how we write the article. Here's how we do all this stuff. It's all step by step. And we have this task library that has 1,000 tasks in it, where every single thing we know how to do is documented inside this task library.
No way.
Yeah, which will give you and whoever, a few people on your team access. You can see all the stuff we have. We're always editing, always trying to make it nicer, but literally here, set up UTM parameters, set up the Facebook Business Manager, everything here. We just have freaking everything, right? And it's all tied back to these training videos or these guides, just everything on how we do everything. So then we have our academy, which has 97 courses in it or something. Just everything's in here, right? We're very serious. Any of the freelancers, it could be Fiverr, it could be the folks from, onlinejobs.ph or House Moms or these young adults in our Jake Paul thing that's going to launch soon. Like all of them have to go through different kinds of training and learn how to do stuff.
Dude, this is cool. When on earth did you find the time to do this, Dennis? This is insane.
In the last 30 years.
It would have taken about 30 years for me to do all this. This is nuts.
Yeah. This was not last weekend. I just had this idea that we should start creating training. But you've done a fantastic job. You've got all this stuff. You've got a legit book. We just need to get your stuff onto some of these other places. It's just you don't need to make any more content. Just repurpose. That's it.
Yeah.
Just repurpose all day.
You know what's funny, dude, is I actually think I have the team in-house already or close to it. I've got an in-house videographer and editor. I have a marketing developer. I have 2 content writers.
Yeah.
I think just with, some of the training that you have and direction, we're going to be able to take it and run with it to know where to start.
Yeah. We'll give you all the training that your team can start doing all this. But wow, you've got only 800 views on this one with Sean Clark.
Yep.
I figured there'd be more. That's awesome. This is a different one on DM. I think DM doesn't do very good show notes.
I don't think they do either. It doesn't look like my YouTube channel showing up at all.
Yeah, where is it?
The one from DM, that was perpetual traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, this is just this is the most lightweight set of show notes. This can actually be repurposed into a real article. I would just repurpose into a blog post on DM that links to here. Or you can put it anywhere. I'm happy to follow-up sequences that convert. Okay, well, this probably isn't going to go on one of the general sorts of sites. It would have to go on one of the more digital marketing sorts of sites.
Right.
All these nice links. Yeah. Are you on their podcast?
I'm the co-host of Perpetual Traffic.
No, I mean on the High Level podcast.
Oh, yeah. I've done a couple of things for Chase over time. I stopped doing it because it would drop a ton of leads, but they're all go high level agencies and they kind of, lower end. They want the cheapest white label service you can give them. And I'm just, dude, good. Go play that game and come back to me when you grow up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Go High Level attracts that because their whole growth has come from 7 affiliates.
Yeah. Well, I'm their 4th largest affiliate.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
I'm one of them. I'm one of the bad guys.
Well, Yeah. My buddy Brendan nearly bought them last year.
No, I know they just took 60 million from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the most disruptive marketing software I've ever seen in my entire life. Their model is brilliant.
Yeah. Digital marketing radio. Our buddy who ran the influencer, Anton ran the influencer campaigns for SEMrush. He switched over to Duda. So he's the one who's really doing the SEO for all these guys.
Yeah. We use Duda in our Montessori agency.
So let's see what we do. We have, thousands of articles that I've written ish. A lot of repurposed content. Actually, the first 1,500 articles I actually wrote. I actually sat down and wrote. And the rest of everything else after that's just been repurposing content off of video. And that's how I learned to speak well, because I know it's going to be turned into articles.
Smart.
You don't see ums and ahs from me ever. But any of these, Google My Business, Google. I'll find some of these ones that I think are going to be good. The ones that we've written blog posts on, I'll just link to you.
I really appreciate that.
And then we use this Link Whisper which is a WordPress plugin that then if we just log into one of these sites, it helps us. It makes recommendations where we should link. And it will do automatic internal linking. Whoever your SEO person is, I can show them all of our favorite tools. And if you want to submit a guest blog post here, this is DR61. That's pretty good, right?
That's great.
Yeah. You have rank math. Each of the posts will tell us what's going on. Yeah. Here's Link Whisper, auto link, right? Anyway.
That's cool. Dennis, how do I help you?
Just be a great shining example. What I want to do, I don't think I ever told you kind of what our big vision was and where we're going with this, right?
No.
I've been pushing this idea of the million jobs because I think that in digital marketing, there should be a certification just flying airplanes and being surgeons and being lawyers. It needs to be a real thing, which is why I DM so much because they have the certifications and agency thing. But it's fractured because there's so many people that claim to be experts and not many people who actually walk the talk, you and me and these other folks. Mm. We've been training up a ton of these VAs and people in Pakistan. I've got some government level relationships at these other countries where they want to take our digital marketing and, create jobs and all that kind of stuff for $500 a month, right? It changes someone's life if they can make that. And as we train these people up, we want them to be able to, and they get certified to do that particular task. So there's 1,000 tasks. Then they can be qualified to work on that task inside our factory. So most tasks take about 15 minutes to repurpose the content, to edit a 1-minute video, to do whatever kind of thing. It's just think of it as a token in the machine and then you get your thing back. We want to Uberize digital marketing. The 90% of digital marketing that's really just mechanical stuff you can see with repurposing your content and mine. And these people work inside our marketplace. They're certified to do these tasks. They go through training to unlock more tasks, which then they can make more money. And if they can do 4 tasks in an hour, that's $4 a task is worth $1. That's worth $4 an hour. And that's $750 a month, which is awesome because they're just trying to make $500 a month. If you want to make $500 a month, you only need to make $25 a day, right? Times 20 working days, which is only doing 3 tasks per hour. The stuff that we have to clean up audio and video or to write blog posts or whatever, we've designed them to be 15-minute tasks and they do 3 of them for an hour. That's $3 an hour. That's pretty good.
That's genius.
So we've been working on the software to do that. And the same software we're using in one of our companies, which does the face socks, the whole face socks we put people, about that? All right. Well, you'll get one soon and it'll be fun and you'll wonder how we did it and all that. But we send out people's faces on socks and we have an army of virtual assistants that are going to LinkedIn and Facebook, or whatever, grabbing your picture, doing some design work. Then we have a bunch of house moms in our factory in Portland that are then actually assembling it, writing the gift note and shipping it out. We do international, but it's mostly in the US. And that whole factory, that workflow software that we built to process, Uber is a queue management workflow system, right? It's not the same thing as a ClickUp or a Basecamp or Monday or Trello or Asana or whatever, Slack. It's not, because those other project management systems are taxi dispatch systems where a thing comes in, then you have to dispatch it. It's versus an Uber system. You have people that are qualified to do the work and you have people that are requesting the work. And then it's just an Airbnb or an eBay. It's just a 2-sided marketplace, right? Mm-hmm. We've been working on the software to enable the 2-sided marketplace for marketing tasks. And to make that happen, we have to have the training, which we have. We have to have the analytics to be able to see the performance in the same way Uber's, this car is 7 minutes away. It's going to be $23. A system does the calculating. We have a dashboard that does all that, but it needs a little bit of work. And then we have the software that enables the 2-sided system to come together. So I've been working very hard on this behind the scenes. And the way you can help is by living through example. As we are working together to repurpose your content and you're using these frameworks, you don't even have to mention me or mention what we're doing. Just show that you are using these particular kinds of processes, and people who they're digital marketing agencies or they want to follow in your footsteps, and they see this is how Costin was able to speak on stage. This is how he got his book done. This is how he runs his YouTube channel. This is how he does all this kind of stuff. Then they're going to see there's an overall process that ties into this big book of processes. And then they can use that for their business. They can either be a customer or they can be a worker, right? In Uber, you're either paying for the rides or you are giving the rides. So that's where we're going towards. Everything that you do where you're driving, you just keep doing what you're doing. And that makes us look good because you're a practitioner. You said earlier, you're repeating, you're very good at repeating these certain kinds of tasks, right? It's part of a process.
Dude, I'm all in. That's exciting too. I love the million jobs thing.
Yeah.
What's the timeline on that? How long until you think that's launched?
In 3 months, I would to be able to put out 1-minute video editing tasks and repurposing social media posts into blog posts, because those are the 2 easiest and the most valuable tasks in our 1,000 task library. Mm-hmm. Repurposing social posts to WordPress is, I've never seen anyone do that. I literally have 500 plus blog posts where it was just one of my Facebook posts and literally just copying and pasting that into WordPress and then following a couple here. I'll just show you. We literally have been doing this. Where's our thing here? Most of my blog posts are just doing this. Yeah. Turning to an article on WordPress. Here's the whole training on how to do that and, setting it up the right way. The title of the blog post is the first line of my post. We have lots of examples on how to do that. Or it's, collecting positive mentions. In our perpetual traffic or what AdWorld thing, whatever we did, there's all these positive things that are said. And then we put it into a spreadsheet and here's how we do it. Rank the authority and just continue to collect the mentions. It's really straightforward, right?
Dude, I think you're the smartest guy in the world of digital marketing.
I'm an
Oh my
engineer in
mind,
the world of
I'm
digital
shocked.
marketing.
Yeah, well, that's probably what it is. You're the most overqualified guy in the world of digital marketing. The rest of us are just schmucks that failed at everything else, and you've actually got some real brain power behind you.
I was with John Jonas, who founded OnlineJobs.ph. He's got 2 million VAs in his thing, right?
Yeah,
And we were joking that I'm the world's highest paid VA.
that's awesome.
I am. Consider me your VA. I love amplifying people who are doing awesome things. I'm not going to amplify just anybody because we follow this model, learn, do, teach, where, based on what you have done, that's what works the best, right? Multiplying what's already working. I'm excited to do all this stuff. I got a bunch of follow-up items. This Zoom's being recorded. We're going to send it to our team. They're going to pull out some of the things to do. And then you just train up your other people. We'll send you access to these other kinds of trainings. And I think this is going to be killer for your personal brand. And then talk with Gavin and have a strategy session with him to figure out how you put all the pieces together. I'm here on the tactical amplification, task by task kind of stuff, but Gavin can help you on the strategy piece, and that'll set you up for your next phase.
That's great, man. I'm excited. Dennis, I'm just super grateful to you.
Yeah, you're doing awesome stuff.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. I'm excited. This is awesome.
Yeah. Anything I can do for you, or what other questions or whatnot?
No, brother, this was great. I mean, I recouped my investment in the first 10 minutes, and everything after that was just the icing on the cake.
Can I quote you on that?
100%. Yeah, I'll shoot you. You've got the video. Let's do this.
Let's do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
appreciate
excited.
that.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
Cool, awesome. Catch you soon.